Introduction. Hello, and welcome to our channel where we review books, movies, and TV shows. Today we are going to talk about The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey, a post-apocalyptic zombie thriller that takes a fresh and unique approach to the genre. Background. First, let's talk a bit about the author, M.R. Carey. He's a British author and comic book writer who has written for both Marvel and DC Comics. The Girl with All the Gifts is his third novel and was published in 2014. It quickly became a bestseller and has been adapted into a movie of the same name. Plot. The story is set in a dystopian future where most of humanity has been wiped out by a fungus that turns people into zombie-like creatures. The remaining survivors live in heavily fortified military bases, and the story follows a group of characters as they navigate their way through this harsh world. The main character is a young girl named Melanie, who is one of the infected, but also has the ability to think and learn like a human. She is kept in a cell and treated like a lab rat by a group of scientists led by Dr. Caldwell, who is trying to find a cure for the fungus. However, when the base is overrun by zombie-like creatures, Melanie, Dr. Caldwell, and a few others are forced to make their way to safety, and Melanie's unique abilities become crucial to their survival. Characters. Let's talk about the characters in more detail. Melanie is a fascinating protagonist who is both vulnerable and powerful at the same time. Her relationship with her teacher, Miss Justineau, is one of the most touching aspects of the book. Dr. Caldwell, on the other hand, is a complex antagonist who is both ruthless and sympathetic. The other characters, including Sergeant Parks and Private Gallagher, are also well developed and add to the richness of the story. Themes. Now let's talk about some of the themes that the book explores. One of the main themes is the question of what it means to be human. Melanie is technically a monster, but she also has human emotions and desires. The book also explores the idea of sacrifice and the lengths that people will go to survive. Another theme is the relationship between parents and children. Melanie's relationship with Miss Justineau is almost maternal, and Dr. Caldwell's relationship with Melanie is almost like that of a parent and child. The book also explores the idea of legacy and what we leave behind for future generations. Adaptation. Finally, let's talk a bit about the movie adaptation. The movie was released in 2016 and starred Senna Nanua as Melanie, Gemma Arterton as Miss Justineau, and Glenn Close as Dr. Caldwell. The movie stayed relatively faithful to the book, but there were a few changes that some fans might take issue with. Overall, though, the movie was well received, and it's definitely worth checking out if you are a fan of the book. Conclusion. In conclusion, The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey is a gripping and thought-provoking novel that takes the zombie genre in a new direction. The characters are complex and well-developed, and the themes that the book explores will stay with you long after you've finished reading. We highly recommend this book to anyone who enjoys post-apocalyptic stories, science fiction, or just good storytelling in general.